a good song, by the way. That's a good song. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Just JP. My name's Justin. I figured I would take this special opportunity in the weather, in the news. For those of you that don't know, I live in Florida. Specifically, I live in Orlando. And there's a hurricane coming right now. Dorian is coming to knock down my house. So I figured what better time than this weekend in the next few days to do weather-themed songs. This is going to be my theme weekend. I don't know exactly what I'm calling it. Weather weekend. Ooh, that's not bad. Storm Saturday. Ooh, yeah. What better way to kick this off than with The Doors' Riders on the Storm? A song that I do not know, but I know is very popular. A lot of people know it. I'm just not one of those people. I wanted to take a quick second and thank you guys so much for all the recommendations and the suggestions that you guys put in the comments down below. I see the passion. I know your passion. But do me a favor if you can. 2 favors, okay? 1, try to limit the suggestions to maybe 1 or 2 songs. I know there's a lot of songs that you guys want me to listen to, but I pay more attention to it when it's like 1 or 2 and not like just a list of songs like you just kind of threw it together and threw it at me. Second thing, sell me on the song. Make me want to listen to it. Entice me, draw me out, like do something. Don't just put The Doors' Riders on the Storm. That does nothing for me, especially when everyone else is putting, all this information, this background, where they were when they heard this song. Trust me, the more that you sell the song to me, the more likely I am to pay attention to it, and the more likely I am to put it in my phone, aka my list. Join me on Twitter, join me in the comments down below. Seriously appreciate you guys watching, but without further ado, let's get into it. This is The Doors with Riders on the Storm.
Riders on the storm, riders on the storm. Into this house we're born, into this world we're thrown. Like a dog without a bone and we're all alone. Riders on the storm, there's a killer on the road. Squirming like a toad. Take a long holiday. Let your children play. If you give this man a ride, sweet family will die. Killer on the road. Yeah.
Bring it all back. Bring it all back.
Riders on the storm, riders on the storm. Into this house we're born, into this world we're thrown. Like a dog without a bone and after all alone. Riders on the storm. Riders on the storm, riders on the storm, riders on the storm, riders on the storm.
It's pretty much over. Yeah, that was awesome. Are you kidding me? I think the standout immediately, obviously, as soon as that sound effect of the thunder goes away, when you lift up the bass line and then the keyboard, that's what sells it for me right there. The keyboard is so jazzy in this song. So jazzy. I love the tones on the keyboard that they use. Whatever tone he has on it, amazing. Ray did an amazing job in this song. When Morrison is singing, he kept it subdued, but when it was his time to shine, he shined bright. Even when he shined bright in that solo in the midsection, which did go on for a while, it was never show-offy. And I'm going to get into one section of that solo particularly that I really liked. So the song as a whole is awesome, right? It's smooth. I love how the bass just pretty much keeps the same pace the whole way through. It's just plodding along. Boom, 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 boom. No, not like that. Boom, boom, boom. The bass plods along in the same tempo pretty much the whole way. Doesn't do too many different things throughout, but it keeps that perfect rhythm going along. I love those little breaks in there during the verse. I love those breaks. They just change up the song a little bit, so it's not like totally even, like right here, because it's a very even song, very flat, and I don't mean that in a bad way. It's just where it lies. And those little bumps from the drum and the changes, it just adds a little something extra to it. I really like Jim Morrison's voice. I believe that's the singer's name. Yeah, Jim Morrison. I like his voice because it's soft, it's calming, but on the other hand, it's also a little off, right? It's also a little eerie. And you kind of get that with really all the instruments in this song, which perfectly matches the story it's trying to tell. Riders on the storm, into this house we're born, into this world we're thrown. Sorry about that. Like a dog without a bone, an actor out on loan, riders on the storm. So immediately you get dropped into the world, right? You can't choose to be born, you're just born. You're thrown into the world for better or worse, and you got to deal with it. You got no choice in that, right? You either sink or swim. I like this verse. I like the first verse here, where it says, "There's a killer on the road. His brain is squirming like a toad. Take a long holiday, let your children play. If you give this man a ride, sweet family will die. Killer on the road." Do not pick up this man. Listen, if you're on a dark, isolated highway, okay, and you see a guy, shadowy figure, long hair, trench coat, he could have an axe in his hand. You don't stop for this man, all right? Don't do it. He's gonna ask you a question. So I think the lyrics and the story presented are interesting. So you have, first of all, the bigger message, right? You're thrown into the world, you either sink or you swim, right? Then you got the small story of the serial killer. Don't pick him up. The way I kind of view it, and bringing it all together with the song title, Riders on the Storm, not Riders of the Storm or whatever. All of us are thrown into this world, okay? And throughout life, there's going to be storms that are going to head your way. Now, some people will be victims to the storm. Some people will be prepared for the storm. Some people will ride the storm. They're the riders on the storm. I view that as kind of like the sociopaths and psychopaths of the world. They take those bad things, those bad things in life, they're riding it. They're not avoiding it. They're not preparing to get away from it. They're not running away from it. Oh, no, no, no. They are part of it. They are part of the problem of that storm. Now, that's just my interpretation. I don't know. It could be something totally different. And the story isn't like overblown at all. It's very smooth. Like I said, the whole song is very smooth, but there's just it's something off about it. And I love that how they perfectly captured that theme lyrically and musically. As I've always said before, that's the making of a great song. Now, there was one part that I did want to bring about in the solo. Let me pull it up. I was trying to look at the time, but I think I lost it, so let me see if I can find it. So the solo's going on for a while. You're kind of used to this. It keeps going, right? And it's just a very small thing I'm going to bring out. Chaos of the Storm. That little section right there before it gets back into the final verse, final chorus, everything. That little section where the piano is just cascading down the notes. Oh my, everything just came down. Hold on one second, I'm gonna make my point. That little part where the notes cascade down after the storm of the solo, I love that because it's like the rain. It reminds me immediately of rain falling down after a storm or during a storm. Because it had those heavy chords were being played, da 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 dun, da 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 dun, and then after that, da 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 da. I love that part. It's maybe I don't know if I'm the only one. I'm sure I'm not the only one, but I picked up that immediately. I love that small detail, but works throughout the song. And in going with that, I like how the sound effects are used throughout the song. Now, sound effects are something that can either add a lot to a song and the story of the song, or it can actually be a little overbearing and take away, right? You're there for the music. You don't want to have a visual cinema show. I like how they work here because they're at the outset, they're at the very beginning of the song, establish a setting, establish some sort of mood, okay. And then every once in a while throughout the song, the thunder comes back. The storm is there. And it's used pretty decently to accentuate the intensity of certain parts in the song. So even though the thunder is present and the rain is present throughout the song, it's not like overly present, right? It's not taking precedent over the musicians and over Jim Morrison and over the music itself. It's just a background to add to the scenery of the song. Awesome song. I liked it. I would definitely listen to it. Let me know what you guys think of the song. I'm sure everyone besides me knows this song, but you know, if you haven't heard this song before, let me know what you think. Of course, join me on Twitter. Join me in the comments down below. We got a few more days of weather, weekend coming up. Storm Saturday, storm Sunday. I don't know, something Monday. Hopefully the house doesn't fall down. If the power goes out, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna have videos scheduled, so this show's gonna continue. Otherwise, I'll see you guys later.